the river after dark. Red reflections trembled on the wooden market boats. You were standing by the railing in a pale embroidered shawl, holding back 1,000 words behind your careful throat. I still hear the temple bell that drifted through the mist, mixing with the footstep rhythm on the narrow stone. That was where you touched my sleeve and would not meet my eyes. That was where I understood I might go home alone. We had written little promises on paper threaded gold, tied them to the willow branches by the waterside. You said love could cross a winter if the heart stayed kind. I believed the moon would always keep us on one tide. Then your father called your name from underneath the gate. Duty settled round your shoulders like ceremonial silk. I watched your shadow leave me with the lantern smoke and rain, and felt the night grow colder than the porcelain of milk. Silk lantern rain, do not wash her from my hands. Leave her voice alive upon the river air. If our love must fade inside another life, let it glow a little longer for me there. Silk lantern rain, carry all I could not say, through the dark and back into her quiet prayer. Now each year I walk the same old bridge before first frost, buying one small lantern from the widow near the shrine. I set it on the water with the date we could not keep, and watch its trembling halo drift beyond the line. Somewhere you are older with a household of your own, maybe still remembering how the river smelled that night. I do not ask the heavens for a path to bring you back, only for the strength to hold your memory without spite. Daisy carries the lantern melody, while piano and clean guitar rise like rain across the canal. Let the band open slowly, warm and aching, with no drums, pushing too hard. Silk lantern rain, do not wash her from my hands. Leave her voice alive upon the river air. If our love must fade inside another life, let it glow a little longer for me there. Silk lantern rain, carry all I could not say, through the dark and back into her quiet prayer. When the last light bends and disappears downstream, I bow my head and let the water keep her name. The bridge is empty, but the night still sings of us, and I walk home softly through silver rain. Morning found the tea house before anyone arrived. Steam was lifting slowly from a cup we used to share. Your lipstick mark was gone, the porcelain washed clean, but something of your silence still was resting there. Outside, the city opened like a paper folding fan. Bicycle bells and sparrows through the gray-blue lane. I stay beside the window where you said we should be brave, and watch the first thin sunlight turn to gold through rain. You had told me love was not defeated by goodbye, only changed its clothing when the season asked it to. I try to wear that wisdom like a common fitting coat, but every thread inside it still was stitched to you. On the chair across from mine, your scarf was long removed, yet in my chest the shape of you refused to clear. Even the waiter said 2 spoons before he looked at me, and left me with a mercy I could hardly bear to hear. Porcelain dawn, break me gently into light. Do not let my sorrow fall in shards today. Teach this room to hold the ache without a sound. Teach my heart to watch her leaving and still stay. Porcelain dawn, pale and tender as the truth. Warm these empty hands before you fade away. Was fuller with a market steady hum. Schoolgirls passed in ribbons, laughing underneath the wires. Life continued moving with its practical old grace, while mine stood still among the ash of smaller fires. I paid the bill and folded up the note you never sent, placed it in the pocket near the pulse beneath my coat, then turned once more to see the table catch the light, like some unfinished blessing in a simple porcelain bowl. Let the piano hold the morning chords, while dizzy answers in long, breathy lines above them. Keep the groove soft and patient, as if the room itself is waking through heartbreak. Porcelain dawn, break me gently into light. Do not let my sorrow fall in shards today. Teach this room to hold the ache without a sound. Teach my heart to watch her leaving and still stay. Porcelain dawn, pale the teacup cools and all the chairs are filled, I will rise and carry love without its name. But for one breath more inside this quiet dawn, I let your memory sit with me again. At the riverside pavilion, where the old red columns lean, incense smoke was curling through the evening into blue. I had come to pray for peace, but every whispered word turned somehow to one more memory of you. On the altar lay chrysanthemums, rice wine, and wax. Tiny flames were shaking in the temple's shallow glass. I remembered how you laughed the first time we were there, saying even sorrow could become a thing that passed. Later by the mooring stones, you held my chilled left hand and traced a circle on my skin to calm the wind. You said if ever life should pull our bodies far apart, the river would remember everywhere we'd been. Then your letter came in winter with a stranger's careful seal, explaining how your family had arranged another vow. There were no cruel words inside it, only dutiful regret, and the kind of tender honesty that hurts the deepest now. River of incense, carry what I cannot keep. Let her face move softly with the drifting flame. If devotion means releasing what I love, teach my heart to bow without assigning blame. River of incense, dark and holy in the dust, hold our unfinished promise in your name. So tonight I light 3 sticks and let the ash fall slow. One for who we were, and one for all we lost. One for who I hope to be when grief grows wiser bones and love no longer measures everything by cost. Across the water someone plays a distant wedding song. The notes arrive half broken by the reeds and wooden piers. I do not close my ears against another person's joy. I only stand a little straighter through the tears. these times. Let the rhythm stay restrained, like oars touching water in the dark. River of incense, carry what I cannot keep. Let her face move softly with the drifting flame. If devotion means releasing what I love, teach my heart to bow without assigning blame. River of incense, dark and holy in the dusk, hold our unfinished promise in your name. When the final ember slips into the stream, I leave the bank with quieter breathing now. The river does not answer with a voice, but something in the dark has shown me how. After everyone had left the banquet hall behind, paper flowers rested in the corners, dim and still. Green reflections from the jade cups wandered on the floor, like the last soft proof that night can keep its will. You had someone lying beside the candle stand for me, barely loud enough for any other guest to hear, but I carried it the whole way through the crowded room, as if your voice had laid a blessing on the year. We were never given the simple road that lovers want. Always one more duty waiting at the family gate. Still between the toasts and bows, the music and the silk, we built a hidden country out of patient fate. And the old ones made their choices with the gentlest words, kind enough to leave no villain I could learn to hate. You only lowered both your eyes and smiled through all the noise, and let the hour take from us what the hour would take. Jade afterglow, stay with me when voices fade. Color all the empty corners of the room. If the feast is over and the vows are not for us, leave one little ember burning in the gloom. Jade afterglow, soft as memory on glass. Keep her near me even as the candles bloom to smoke. Now the servants stack the chairs and gather fallen pins. Someone sweeps the petals from the lacquered stair below. I am standing where your shadow touched the lantern screen, call your name into the afterglow. Love was never loud with us. It moved in hidden signs, shared glances, paused hands, and tea poured to the brim. Maybe that is why it lingers after every crowd has gone, like a quiet room still shining when the lights grow thin. Let clean up our feet settle, warm and ceremonial. Jade afterglow, stay with me when voices fade. Color all the empty corners of the room. If the feast is over and the vows are not for us, leave one little ember burning in that gloom. Jade afterglow, soft as memory on glass. Keep her near me even as the candles bloom to smoke. When the hall is dark and even incense has gone cold, I will carry out the silence that we made, not as ruin, not as rage, but as a tender light, still alive inside the fading jade. Moonlight poured in silver through the courtyard's open square. Bamboo shadows crossed the stone like brushstrokes in a scroll. I was waiting by the well where jasmine climbed the wall, with your ribbon in my pocket and your name inside my soul. Somewhere deeper in the house, your family talked in low tones, every word too distant for my worried heart to trace. Then a wind moved through the lanterns, making all of them lean, and I felt the night preparing for the look upon your face. You came slowly in your plain blue dress, without your usual smile. Set the tea tray down between us with unsteady, careful hands. There were tears you would not offer to the moon or me, only duty written softly in the line your body stands. You said I loved you from the first spring, plumb beside the gate, and I will love you when this house becomes another life. But I cannot tear the fabric that my mother spent years sewing. I cannot turn my father into someone left behind tonight. Moonlit courtyard, keep her footsteps in your We drank the tea in silence while the surface gathered cold, neither one of us pretending time was kind. Then you placed your ribbon in my palm beside the cup, as if returning half the future we had designed. When you rose, the bamboo whispered to the open sky. I could not touch your hand because that mercy hurt too much. So I bowed as you had taught me, slow and full of love, and watched the moonlight break where once we used to touch. Let the dizzy echo across the courtyard, while piano sustains. Keep the pulse delicate and spacious, as if no one wants to disturb the night. Moonlit courtyard, keep her footsteps in your stone. Do not lose the shape of where she turned away. If our names must part before the dawn arrives, let the moon remember everything we could not say. Moonlit courtyard, pale and faithful in the dark. Hold her shadow here a little while and stay. When the last cup dries and jasmine folds to sleep, I will leave the gate without a bitter word. But every time the moon returns to this old house, I know our unfinished love will still be heard. I folded paper cranes beside the lamp until midnight, white wings growing quiet on the cedar writing desk. Every crease became a road we never had the chance to walk. Every shadow held the softness of your neck. Outside rain tapped gently on the tiled and slanting roof, like a patient hand refusing to disturb my grief too fast. I had kept your final letter wrapped in cotton near my chest, reading certain lines until the ink felt almost like the past. You wrote that distant cities turn the bravest hearts to stone if they do not guard one room for tenderness to stay. You were learning how to live inside a colder foreign light. I was learning how to miss you in a more domestic way. There was no betrayal in it, only miles and changing time, only two devoted people losing step beneath the strain. Still I could not stop imagining your fingers near the page, as though one more careful sentence might have brought you back again. Paper crane reverie circles slowly over me, wings lining every shelf like prayer above the floor. I placed them by the window where the earliest light would fall, hoping dawn might teach them how to travel farther than before. Maybe love survives by changing into smaller faithful things, letters, folds, and habits no one else will understand. Maybe that is how I keep you without asking you to stay, not by holding on too hard, but by opening my hands. The piano and dizzy drift together, while guitar harmonics float like paper wings through rain-soaked air. Keep the rhythm understated, tender and unforced. Paper crane memory circles slowly over me, carry all the words that never cross the sea. If she dreams of home beneath another sky, fold my love into the corner she cannot see. Paper crane reverie, fragile as a vow, keep her heart a little close to mine somehow. When the lamp burns low and morning nears the pane, I leave the last white crane beside your no. It does not bring you back, but it teaches me how love can stay alive and still let go. Winter settled early on the garden of your mother's house. Plum blossoms trembled pink against the paling air. I came with incense, wool, and oranges like every year before, though now I had no right to think you might be there. The old gate opened slowly with its rusted iron cry. Snow melt darkened all the stone along the sleeping wall. I saw the branch where once you tied a red thread for good luck, now bare against a sky that offered nothing back at all. Your sister met me kindly in the room beside the stove, poured a cup of tea and spoke your name without disguise. She said you moved south after marriage to the coastal provinces. Still you ask about the blossoms whenever winter dies. Then she smiled the way that hurts, because it carries no offense, no jealousy, no warning, no permission to remain. Only one small bridge of human grace between two afterlives, and all the weight of choosing not to cross it out of pain. Plum blossom ashes, fragrant even as you fall. Teach me how to love what I can never hold again. If the sweetest season only came to leave me changed, let its petals bless the sorrow and the rain. Plum blossom ashes drifting touch the bark that kept our carved initials through the years. Not to ask the tree for miracles, not to reopen fate, only to stand honest for a moment with my tears. When the wind arrived, a burst of petals crossed my coat, soft as all the words we never found the strength to use. I closed my eyes and let them melt against my hands, feeling grief turn strangely warm and what it had to lose.
Let the dizzy carry a winter melody while piano glows underneath. The groove should stay soft, restrained and aching.
Plum blossom ashes, fragrant even as you fall. Teach me how to love what I can never hold again. If the sweetest season only came to leave me changed, let its petals bless the sorrow and the rain. Plum blossom ashes drifting through a silent yard. Lay your tender fire upon my winter skin. At the gate I turn once more before I leave. Snow and blossom blur together in the wind. I do not call your name into the cold. I carry it home like warmth beneath my skin. Morning mist was covering the canals of Suzhou, wide enough to hide the far bridge from the shore. I arrived with one small suitcase and a train-stiff heart, looking for the lane where you had lived before. Stone lions kept their silence by the cedar-painted doors. Laundry lines were hanging like forgotten lines of verse. Every step I took along the water felt half-dream, as if the city knew the gentlest way to make missing words. You had written once that Suzhou made your sadness elegant. Rain on curved rooftops, tea steam and willow green light. You said if ever I should lose the map to who I was, I should come and let the canals teach me how to be quiet. So I followed all the footpaths past the silk and medicine shops, past a courtyard where a radio played an old love song. Every doorway seemed to hold the version of a life where I might have reached you sooner, where we might have stayed strong. Mist over Suzhou, hide me till my tears grow still. Let her memory move By the final bridge I found the tea house from your photograph. Same blue sign, same lantern frame, same lacquered wooden chairs. An old man there remembered you as someone kind and brief. He said you sang one winter night and left the whole room staring. I thanked him and sat down beside the window facing east. Watched the hidden sun turn silver through the clouded sky. Then for the first time since you left, I smiled without defense, because your life had touched this world beyond my asking why. Let dizzy and piano paint the canal fog, while guitar harmonics shimmer like light on slow water. Keep the drums soft and distant, almost like footsteps through mist. Mist over Suzhou, hide me till my tears grow still. Let her memory move softly through the rain. If this city carries echoes better than a heart, teach these narrow waters how to hold my pain. Mist over Suzhou, pale and patient over stone, lead me through her absence once again. When the bridge appears again beyond the white, I rise and leave a coin beside my tea. The mist does not return the love I lost, but it teaches me how beautiful grief can be. First ray of spring was falling on the temple climbing vines, tiny green beginnings waking through the earth. Children tied red ribbons on the gate for coming luck. Drums from the market square were calling out rebirth. I came dressed in muted colors with a branch of budding pear, not to ask the year for everything I could not keep, only to stand inside the incense and the bell and learn if healing has a language deep enough to speak. Last spring you stood beside me here and laughed at all the smoke. Said the gods must know by now exactly what I need. Then you slipped your hand in mine before the prayer was done, and asked for nothing more than one unbroken season's peace. But seasons keep no promise, even when we beg them sweetly. Summer brought departures, autumn taught me how to wait. Winter sealed your final message with a tenderness so clear that I could blame no one at all, not even fate. Ceremonial spring perfume. As I bowed, the temple singer started one old folk refrain. Women joined in softly from the courtyard and the stairs. Their voices held no triumph, only weathered steady grace, the kind that tells the broken heart somebody else has been there. I placed your name inside my prayer without demanding change, then set the pear branch near the basin filled with rain. For the first time, letting go did not feel like a wound. It felt like opening a shutter to a softened kind of pain. Let the arrangement widen with dizzy piano and gentle with arrangement. Let the arrangement widen with dizzy piano and dizzy piano. Let the arrangement widen with dizzy piano and dizzy. Keep the pulse. Ceremonial spring, open slow around my chest. Do not force this sorrow into sudden bloom. Let each wounded root remember how to rise through the dark and through the ordinary room. Ceremonial spring, bless the love that did not last. Turn its sake into a quieter perfume. When I leave the temple gate beneath the rain, the world is still the same and not the same. I carry love like incense in my clothes, soft and visible and warmer than its flame. Night had covered all the harbor in a blue and patient hush. Lantern boats were swaying where the darker water turned. People came with flowers, folded prayers, and names of those they missed. Each small flame, a little heart that once had burned. I was holding yours inside a sleeve against my wrist, written on a paper square in careful midnight ink. Not because you died, but because the woman that I loved had drifted past the place where my future used to think. We had planned to leave together for a southern coastal town, open some small cafe with records, tea, and sea salt air. But life kept asking harder questions than our dreaming could sustain. Your mother fell ill, my debts grew deep, and time grew unfair. In the end you chose the road that asked less, heard of everyone, and I chose not to hold by the weight of what we planned. Still tonight the ocean makes each memory come bright and close, like your fingers once were shining in the curve of my own hand. Quiet lantern, see, take this love beyond the shore, where regret cannot undo what kindness chose. If her heart is peaceful somewhere far from me, let these lights become the gentlest thing she knows. Quiet lantern, see, keep my promise in your tide. Carry it in silence where the evening glows. One by one the lanterns drifted outward from the pier, turning all the black water into moving constellations. Children pointed at the distance, elders bowed their heads, and the wind moved slowly through 100 invocations. I set yours down at last and watched it catch the current clean. No dramatic breaking, no collapse into the waves, only one small light joining something wide and calm, and teaching me that letting go can also look like grace. Open into a bride. Let the rhythm breathe and widen, like lanterns drifting farther into night. Quiet lantern, see, take this love beyond the shore, where regret cannot undo what kindness chose. If her heart is peaceful somewhere far from me, let these lights become the gentlest thing she knows. Quiet lantern, see, keep my promise in your tide. Carry it in silence where the evening glows. When the harbor empties and the ropes fall still, I stand a little longer with the tide below, then turn toward home beneath the salted dark, with a quieter heart